Why don't we open our hearing? Good evening. It is June 11th, 2015. Welcome to the Ayer Conservation Commission. Please join me in a pledge of allegiance to our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. I have divined that there are no changes to the agenda unless you wanted to make one now.
No, it's okay.
Excellent. George?
No.
Takashi? No. I would accept a motion to confirm the agenda as written.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Do we have meeting minutes?
Yes, sir, we do.
Thank you. Did we ever get any SK drawing for that Willow Road?
Yes, we did.
Excellent.
The very next day, along with the check for the legal ad.
How about that?
Yes. I emailed. It came.
It does work. Sorry, Noah. Oh, it was quite a busy night. I have no changes. George?
Just one typo on page 5.
My gracious.
The top.
Conservation, you're right. Oh, wait, what?
You refer to Michelle Grenier as Mr. Grenier.
I don't let titles bother me. Any belligerents from you, Takashi? Well, then I would accept a motion to approve the meeting minutes from 5:28 with that minor change, which, quite frankly, isn't really for us to decide.
So,
these boxes have told you nothing. It doesn't matter. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Do we have any announcements?
Nothing earth-shattering.
Nothing from Vanity Fair? Sorry, turn it over back.
Oh.
Identifying municipal needs for replacing culverts. Well, past storm events have shown that culverts that incorporated the mass stream crossing standards hold up better during floods, more cost effective for municipalities in the long term, and restore river health. Replacing failing or undersized culverts will improve flood resilience, climate change readiness, and aquatic organism passage in your community. Your response to this survey is important. So what? You're receiving this email and a link to a survey because your opinion is critical in the development of a statewide program aimed at helping communities replace failing and undersized culverts with improved structures and incorporate the new mass streams crossing standards.
So does anybody want to respond to the survey? It being out of my purview.
Yeah,
It was
not
a
really.
link.
It sounds like the kind of
Mark
thing
Wetzel.
that Mark Wetzel might want to
Yeah.
respond to, but I can have opinions about culverts, but I'm not sure that they're valid. Well, they're valid, they're just probably not appropriate.
I think I did forward it to him,
ACT sending us a nice letter that they're scheduled a treatment at Spectacle Pond. In case you were wondering, they did treatment at Long Pond in Littleton in the last couple weeks. Noah and I were there kayaking on Saturday morning, and they had the signs up. Didn't stop us. We didn't swim. Treatment will target curly leaf pondweed. I don't think we've ever heard about that in any of our. We don't have that in any of our ponds.
but yeah.
Thank you. I'm serious, we've never heard that. I've never heard that. It turns out that they treat it with reward and sonar anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, but wasn't that interesting? If you'd be so kind to pass on this into Mr. Wetzel's box, he might be interested in speaking about culvert issues. Accounts payable. We should almost have our own revenue talk. We do always do about how we spend money. We never talk about how we get it money. Bake sales. Yeah, we must be building up quite a little nest egg.
Should check. I don't know. Does she give us that?
According to this, the available budget for our conservation agent is 86. So, or about 87.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't carry over into the next year, I don't think.
we just lose it?
Yeah.
I personally know somewhere it could have gone.
You had an opinion? We could spend it on office supplies or a good used car.
Ooh.
How about a drone?
But it's
Oh, a drone could be useful for inspecting sites. We could do it during-
Capable of delineating wetlands.
delineating wetlands and firing missiles.
Right.
Doesn't make sense to get one without that.
Sure. It comes as a package.
Usually.
It's the eco package.
Right, this is
Eco-boom package.
eco-friendly? Well, nuisance issues can be wiped out. Did you get a beaver deceiver? No, we have a drone. Actually, that's interesting, right? So, I don't know if, well, I assume if we decided to spend that on reams of paper just so we could fill up the entire office with them, that we would be told that that money has to be dedicated to the conservation agent, which still says agent on here instead of administrator.
Plus, we get the reams of paper from the downstairs supply.
It just feels like if we didn't spend the money, we should have some say in where it gets spent.
Well, if we go before the Board of Selectmen next week, we could mention that.
It does seem like a good idea.
I think the other ones to talk to, I think, would be Lisa.
Well, I already know what Lisa's answer is. So it makes sense to go to the Board of Selectmen and say, what's the instrument to make that something that we could use for something else? Since otherwise, if we were to spend it on that something else, the answer will be no, that was in the conservation agent line, and it can't be. So I assume that we have the ability, just as we have the ability to say we're going to transfer money from our services line to our supplies line, that we'd have the ability to transfer money from our conservation agent line to our other charges and expenses line.
Or replenish our beaver line.
Well, I wonder, although that was voted in at town meeting.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good thing to ask. Anyway, all pipe dream, because we'll get told no.
Right.
We have before us an invoice from the Sun newspaper with a $75.18 for the RDA from 31 Willow Street and $64.44 for Woodland Way. Which one was Woodland Way?
31 Woodland Way. Oh, Woodland Way was the one we just did.
On the
with
pond.
The temporary roadway for the water tank.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize it because it wasn't a tree. So, I'll assume you added these up
Couldn't
correctly.
see the trees for the woods.
139. $139.62 for the two. Included, as always, are copies of the checks
And the ads.
and the advertisements. I would accept a motion to pay $139.62 to the Sun newspaper for their advertisements for these two hearings.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Stealing your pen.
And
I don't want to write in red.
I took a check because there was a continuing balance at the top of a few $100s, but those are all ones we've authorized payment for. It just takes the town a while to do it then.
So they prefer not to.
Right. We've done our bit.
That's all that matters. I'm keeping this for just in case. Okay. We have covered everything. It is 7:17. Nice work, George. We're right on time before. Let's reopen our public hearing for DEP file number 100-0384, as discussed out on the site that day. That the application originally was for a significantly larger project. Today it is just for excavation and installation of a sewer main that attaches down to the, a sewer connection that attaches down to the manhole structure. Sorry, you couldn't make it. Foundation looked very pretty.
Okay.
So, based on that, we authorized the engineer to go ahead and start work on the rest of the house. Excuse me, they had concerns about getting started if they were waiting for us.
Sure.
Until go. The homeowner was excited to get moving as quickly as possible. So we should have a pretty standard.
Well, you had indicated we would go through and wipe out a lot of things on the special conditions.
Would you like to do that right now?
I would. And then the only thing I'm missing, do you have a sense of, we usually fill in the linear feet from the, or the buffer zone impact, shortest distance to the wetland resource area, which would be that manhole.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you could look at the plan, we could probably make our best
And
estimate off of the plan.
I was thinking.
I'll let George do that while I talk about the crossouts. How's that?
Is it on the old plan or? Yeah.
Well, it's the manhole coverage.
So-
Presumably that won't have changed.
Yep.
I am not good at that sort of stuff, so I
Okay.
did not even attempt.
Number 29, no equipment is to enter or cross wetland resource areas at any time unless the location of the disturbance is marked on the plans. The wetland resource is the pond. You don't see a
Right.
reason to keep it to you.
No.
Crossing off 29. Number 32. In number 32, we say, in completion, they have to give us an as-built topographic plan.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense for them to have to pay to generate
Right.
an as-built topographic plan. So I'm going to cross off C. So they have a letter from the owner and a written statement stating that the work has been completed in compliance. I'm not sure we even need that. Do you have any question about their ability to put a pipe in?
I think we should just, as a matter of course, have it.
Keep that one?
Yeah.
Okay, my only feeling is that it will be watched over by a higher authority in that Mark Wetzel will clearly be in touch with them about their pipe, so I highly doubt they'll end up with an installation that doesn't match. But following special conditions shall extend beyond an issuance of certificate of
Distance
compliance.
from where to where? Construction to,
From the closest point of disturbance to the resource area. Yeah, we could just leave that.
So, under number 33,
6 feet,
notification
60?
of,
26 feet.
26 feet.
just to beat George, he was just doing it. Prohibition of sodium chloride for de-icing, I'm crossing off. I am going to keep limitations on use of pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizer, only because as we go through. Storage of hazardous fuels underground, there's nothing about that in this application.
X that one. Which one is that?
61.
61?
Yeah, notification of maintenance, X that one. Maintenance of drainage structures we'll leave in because, although technically I wouldn't say a sewer manhole structure is a drainage structure. Drainage seems to, would refer to,
Check, please.
yeah.
How does it read?
I'm gonna regarding, so this is special conditions that extend in perpetuity would include regarding maintenance of drainage structures. I'm saying I don't think we have a drainage structure on the property and there's not one we're referencing.
no. That manhole's a town manhole anyway.
Exactly. Crossing 63.
Okay.
Okay. No driveway, footing, or roof drain with above
Driveway will be
ground.
considered a drainage structure?
Well, the driveway's outside of the
Driveway, sorry.
Oh, excuse me, a dry well.
Yeah, they show 2. Or 3. This is the older plan, but
Yeah, when we were talking with them,
Yeah.
so
2 up front and 1 down here. And 1 back here. But again, this is the older plan, so I don't know.
right, but here's the 100-foot buffer. This one was, when we were talking, they said the only work that was going to happen in the buffer on going forward was this pipe.
Right, and that, right.
This is out from what we could
So that's
tell.
gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So interestingly, number 34, no driveway, footing, or roof drain with an above ground or subsurface discharge, nor any garage floor drain, deck addition, etc. will be installed within the 100-foot buffer. You know what? I'm going to leave it in, just for the simple fact that there was one and they told us it won't be. Okay. The applicant or designee shall report in writing to the Conservation Construction prior to commencement of construction every 30 days during construction as long afterwards. No, I'm crossing off 36. Prior to commencement of any work on site, wetland boundaries shall be clearly marked. No.
Well, they could put flags right along the shoreline.
That would be pretty. J, the applicant shall maintain a reserve of at least 25 bales or 20 feet of wattle for use to be emergency repairs. If they're doing it right, they're going to dig and be done in 2 days. Cross out 53, no vehicles or equipment are to enter a wetland resource. That's the same as the one we had in the beginning. No runoff. No, 54 is out. That's equipment one. 55 can stay, 56 can stay. 57 can stay. 58 is out. Not gonna happen anyway. 59 out. One out. Okay. I think we tossed about 10 of them.
Okay, so I will get that edited. We could, do you want to
Sign.
sign it?
I think that's a
And
great
then
idea.
unless they have objections, I can go ahead and,
I don't expect that will. We cross stuff off.
yeah.
They received that by email?
Not yet,
Okay.
because we were going to shrink it down. I didn't want to freak them out with no equipment.
All right. I just basically crossed off stuff that just flat out doesn't apply. So I would accept a motion to issue the notice of intent as marked up and close the public hearing.
So,
Do you want to put in a provision that, assuming this is acceptable to the applicant?
Oh, as a friendly amendment?
Yes.
I would accept that. Do you accept that friendly amendment?
I guess I can do that.
Second.
Excellent. All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. So we have now closed this public hearing. Thank you, sir. Oh, no, no. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our 7:30. So the point behind our 7:30 was to meet with Lily.
Right.
We can hold that open. All I wanted to do was take that plan that Lily had presented to us the first time that was in the system.
Mhm.
I need to convert it to a PDF, and then using Adobe, I just need to mark on it. So if we leave here on time tonight, I'll go straight back home and I'll do it tonight.
Do you want a copy printed out right now?
By hand?
No.
That's what I mean. You know what? I'll take it, but thank you. I can scan it in if I have a problem,
Okay.
because that's way easier than
Okay.
if I mark on this and something goes wrong, then I have to start over. And what do
So,
you do?
would you like me to contact her and ask her to come into our next meeting?
I think that would probably be our best bet. Although my feeling would be the smart thing to do would be to mark this up, send her an email, and then from there, start the discussion. So
Okay. So, we.
I'm going to mark it up, and then we'll email it back to her. She did give us
You
her email that day, right?
Yes. Yes.
We'll email it back to her, and then say, this is what we're thinking, because what has happened was not correct.
And then invite her into a meeting.
That would be perfect.
So,
To discuss.
I will not do anything.
That's perfect.
Waiting for you.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to, unless anyone has anything else for this. You missed it, the dogs were cute.
Yes.
Okay. We have our 7:45, but we're ahead of schedule.
But these are discussions.
Well, that's true, but I don't know if we're having them with Mr. Mulaney because he has appeared as if it by
By
magic.
magic, yes.
And so I don't want to, I don't want to disenfranchise anyone who might be supposed to be here to talk about these things.
Okay.
I'm sure Mr. Mulaney would understand if we wait the 15 minutes, that way there's no question that we didn't introduce or go over anything that someone might have wanted to talk about.
Okay, so.
It's not a fight I want to fight later.
We have a request for comments. This is on the gas station on the Rotary. We already did a request for comments to the ZBA, but this just came in today from the planning board.
Gas station on the Rotary. It's not on the rotary, isn't it?
Isn't it on the rotary?
No, it's,
It's next to Jarvis.
Jarvis's
Next
lot.
to Jarvis.
Yeah. That's way
And
off.
very at back, I put in a copy of the comments we put in on, you weren't there for that meeting.
No, apparently not.
The comment was generated by the rest of us. Put into by my handwriting, but we all know I'm too chicken to do those things on my own. Like I said.
Salem, New Hampshire. Seems odd. Oh my. That's quite a setup they're gonna have. And interesting, all the fuel storage is at the roadway.
Yeah, I think they gave us different information on this one because it's planning board application, not zoning.
Well, the other thing is, I don't think there's a wetland resource close by, is there?
no.
Not that I can picture.
Yeah.
So the only issue that they would likely run into is stormwater, right? So what are they doing for stormwater? Does it say on here?
Do you want to see the stormwater manual?
I'm just looking through. Wasn't that interesting? Proposed underground detention system. Proposed underground infiltration system. That's kind of keen. So they have a grade break. They have a very strange series of manholes. They have catch basins. I guess that makes sense. So it'll run in, hit here, hit there. Okay. I can't think of one behind there. I think you have to go a ways up the road to get anything that's in behind.
That property was previously developed. That property was previously built. There was a building on that property years ago.
I was thinking that, but what was it? I can't remember.
There was a laundromat in there at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's basically in between where the Ford dealership is, and then is there a
And then the Devon Crest
housing?
apartments.
Right, the
Yeah.
apartments. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Now, if you keep on going over the hill, you get into that area. Pepsi's Epic is
Yeah.
on your
On
left.
the left, yeah. Okay.
And you would start to get that's significant grade difference.
Right.
Steve, are you familiar with these Contech construction products?
Yes, I am. My general theory on any of those products is they're great products. My preference is using tried and true techniques, because when you use proprietary products, who knows if that manufacturer is going to be around if you need a replacement part in the future.
No, I would agree with you there. And of course, all their structures are slightly different, so you can't replace their... Although, these also seem pretty simple. Fiberglass separation cylinder and inlet, and then there's an oil baffle skirt, a separation screen. Really can't be very much going on. All right, well. Yeah. I guess at least it'll have a roof. It's the luminescence schedule.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that, is this a planning board requirement? A luminescence schedule?
It's probably more sophisticated than the planning board requires. They simply require a lighting plan.
I wonder if that was from the zoning board then.
It could have been a condition for the zoning board, but
Yeah.
even that, I don't think the zoning board's rules are particularly sophisticated.
No, I don't believe they are. The rules. Well, there's an interesting level of detail in what they provide, which is interesting in itself. I would think if you were these guys, the last thing you'd want to do is provide this level of detail, but why not? All right. I don't think we have anything to worry about. They certainly seem to have a stormwater plan, which I'm assuming gets reviewed by...
Do you want to fill out the, that request?
Anyone have any questions or thoughts? I know I just flipped through it, but...
They show any wet area on that property at all? When you
Not
look
a
at
not a
that?
touch.
I had looked at that property for Nancy Hazel when she owned it, and she owned it for many years. I'm going to say about 25 years ago, I had been involved in that property. I thought there was an isolated wet area in the back, but it was probably non-jurisdictional anyway. There was nothing that was connected with.
I would assume if there was, that since that time, someone filled it in so it wouldn't be an isolated wet area in the back. The only thing I'm going to put on is stormwater be reviewed by DPW, and the only reason thank you. The reason I'll put that on is I'm assuming someone's going to.
The new town engineer's been doing reviews, engineering reviews. We have a restrap in front of the DPW right now. And engineers doing it now.
Yeah, we've been lucky, obviously the DPW has always been involved in those things. We haven't had to go begging for help that way. Okay. That wasn't even on here,
No,
so we get no credit.
that just came in today. Yeah, so.
Alright.
So I thought it'd be just worth, because we did do the site walk on May 30th, to just for the record, review what we told Ardent Mills, Joe Cochran.
Sure. So if I remember correctly at that time, they said they were going to go in and cut.
Yeah.
Very nice. We asked that they would do the cutting in stages. So, interestingly, there was an email from a member of the Board of Selectmen indicating that there had been clear cutting.
That was the one on Catania, Spagna, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Which is where we were.
yeah.
I drove past there like 4 times over the weekend trying to figure out what clear cutting area they were talking about. I couldn't find one.
There was, here was the road, and I'm gonna get the directions wrong, but, and there was a building, one of their buildings, and little rise of the land.
Right,
straight
in the
up.
area where they
And there
said,
were
hey,
some-
these trees.
And there were some trees that were taken down there.
Yeah, but I didn't see it as clear cutting.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have called it that either.
No, and you would know. I mean,
Yeah.
but
If you don't call it that, then
you said that once over some untidy hedge pruning. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't see any clear cutting. So I definitely, there was nothing to address there.
Right.
We did talk about the fact that they could do cutting in stages, and rather than cut the entire area down, get into it and see what they were coming across, because they talked about not doing any stumping, just brush cutting. We're like, well, it's so thick in there, you can't even tell what's going to happen once you do clear to that level. So we asked for them to do work and then get back to us.
Yeah, actually, didn't we ask them to come contact us so we could take a look after they did the first third?
Yep.
Yeah.
Said, let us know and we'll take a drive by.
Yeah.
Said, do the first third closest to Catania Spiny, which of course was what Catania Spiny was going to do.
Right.
And then and clear up the culvert area. Work with the same contractor, and they talked about spraying the tracks and clearing vegetation, and we did. We let them know that getting permission to do that would be probably pretty complicated, and that they might actually do better to work with the railroad to do it, since the railroad could just send us a letter telling us that they had done whatever they wanted to do. Very simple. We'll leave off Joe's comments. All right, that's pretty much what happened that morning on at Ardent Mills.
Right.
We already talked about 4th Street, and of course, we had quite a walk over at Pingree Hill.
And the very last thing was after you and George deserted me and left me alone with Steve, and we looked at Fox Run, which was fine. The Christmas tree is still there. The old Christmas tree.
You are pooping me.
Yeah.
This is right, it's still there.
Yep.
You guys couldn't drag it off?
And then I had asked Steve just to confirm, we had a request about a guy who wanted to build a shed at 115 Hickory Way, and we'd never issued an order for that property. So Steve looked it up and actually, from his plans, and the guy, he talked to, Ken Schweffler had talked to the building inspector, and they'd said they had no problem, so no permit was needed, but should check with us because there's a drainage easement in the back right corner of the property. And actually, Steve saw there was actually a little buffer zone area in the back left corner, but the guy's going to put the shed way up by the side of the house, so it's way outside of anything jurisdictional. So I told him he was good to go unless he did it in the way back, then he'd have to come see us.
Perfect. And he clearly must have had a plan for what he was going to do, because otherwise, as I think we all know, he never would have gotten approval from Gabe as far as his shed.
Right.
I don't remember what the size is, but after in town, I don't remember if it was permitting or zoning was actually what determined what the maximum size of the shed was here. I think it's actually zoning.
I think it is,
It's I can't remember how many square feet.
10 by 12.
Something like that.
120 square feet.
But then he also had a height requirement. I want to say he said no higher than 12 feet tall or something. Anyway, thank you. Did you ask so you could build your own shed?
Oh, I reviewed it.
It's always fun to do. Okay. Thank you very much. We have 2 minutes. Do we want to talk about the vacancy? How did you do with references?
Oh, let's do that later then. They were fine.
It seems
but
like a 2-minute thing.
you want the references? Okay.
Well, no, I'm just saying they were positive.
Yep. All of them positive. She, first one said she was great with the public, great with town employees. In Stoughton, the engineering department tended to overstep, so she did really well with doing some education things, so they didn't do that. Asked if was she timely or punctual? Oh God, yes, was the response. The worker. Couldn't think of any weaknesses, and she has a good sense of humor and is thick-skinned. So, second reference.
That's all we need to know.
I
The,
don't really know that there was another qualification we were shooting for. Wait, did she do wetlands?
Second reference, very qualified, very knowledgeable, worked well with the Franklin Commission, great work ethic, on time, in fact, always early. Very nice to people. Third reference, also knows her Wetland Protection Act, very knowledgeable. She did delineations for a company coming before their commission. She tended to go on the conservative side, so none of her delineations ever were questioned.
Excellent.
Very responsive, helpful, willing to go to meetings. It's highly recommend.
You want to talk bad about her? Sounds like she's going to clean things up.
Yeah. So,
So basically, is there any reason that you can think of after our interview and after what you heard that we wouldn't bring her in?
no, and I actually, before getting Lee's email, I had asked her if she wanted to meet the candidate, and she said no, she was happy to rely on our better judgment and presence.
I see.
So,
Do you have any feelings?
I'm good with it.
I meant about Michelle.
That's what I said.
You, sir?
No.
Well,
No additional feelings other than those are expressed. I think she would be an excellent. I think she is an excellent candidate.
I agree.
and I took the liberty of emailing her last week after I got her references to say they had all checked out, but our procedure was we wouldn't make any decisions, and she wouldn't hear from us until after tonight's meeting.
Sure.
And was she still interested? And she said, yes, very interested, and was very patient, so.
Wow. Okay. Too good to be true.
Now, I did take the liberty of just putting a little time marker on the Board of Selectmen who meets next Tuesday. Otherwise, it's another 2 weeks or so.
Sure, sure. What is next Tuesday?
The 16th. I know somebody who's going to be, who's very familiar with the office upstairs, who probably will be away for parts of July. And we probably need to go over things with whoever we hire before then.
Is
Some
it
person.
I'm not as quick
I'm
as
not
you might
trying-
hope. Not as quick as you might
Not-
think.
Not trying to rush things along, but
Okay. So, all right. So the 16th?
yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's a problem. What time are we on?
Don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
Evening.
Evening. However, I'd say if we contacted Michelle pronto, and
Does Michelle need to appear?
Yes.
I think, yeah, for that.
Okay.
Gee, you could even give her a call right now. Just kidding.
I
Not
could.
really. Not really, though.
Not really. Had that kidding tone of, "But prove me wrong."
Okay. All right. So,
And the Board of Selectmen agenda has to get posted tomorrow, so if we were to take it off the agenda, if we were to hear bad news of rejection and despair, then
so what you're saying is that at this point, we are prepared to offer her a job.
Yeah.
Everyone is in agreement. Okay. So when we finish, I will reach out to her probably after our meeting, which we should be able to wrap up in about 20 more minutes. Reach out to her, let her know that we're very interested, and that if she's still interested, that we'd like to have her attend the Board of Selectmen meeting next week on the 16th, so that she can be introduced to the Board of Selectmen. And even though it is a formality, that obviously it's a clear, important step in getting her hired.
And then I could get the same written letter we'd used previously, to no avail, out to her in a written form
Sure.
tomorrow. If,
Well, let's try her right after the call, right after the
Okay.
meeting. Okay. Steve, we have a 7:45 PM discussion on request for a certificate of compliance for 3 parcels here. It's listed on our agenda. Didn't we have more? Are we just not discussing the ones we said yes to?
Well, we had looked at a bunch that we'd already signed last fall, but
Sure.
we hadn't sent them out until we confirmed the removal.
That the stakes were gone.
So
Right,
those
right,
are
right,
already-
right.
Yes,
So-
and I've received those,
And
thank you.
he's received those.
Okay.
And then we had 4 that were not issued in the fall. But 2 of those were now issuing, so I put those on.
Okay.
We visited those last.
And, okay, so let's talk about those 2 first.
Yep.
So, not visited in the fall, just visited now.
Well, they were visited in the fall and
Oh,
They
not
weren't-
issued.
they
not
Right.
not
Oh, I'm
issued.
sorry, excuse me.
So, which one do you want first?
Well, there are 2 of them. Which one is 120 Littleton Road, one of them? No.
Nope, that was.
So let's do 45 Partridge Run.
Okay, that's Nick Mancini's.
Ah, excellent. Does anyone have any reason not to sign off on Mr. Mancini's application?
No.
And I did put on there at the top the initial request for the certificate, which we received last fall.
Is that one that we got a report from Powell about?
So,
At
oh,
our last,
oh, that's right, you missed this meeting.
Mrs. Sidewalk, but at our last meeting.
Sure.
we didn't get enough, yeah.
So we met with Mr. Mancini.
Okay.
We talked to him about his interactions with Powell. He had further thoughts on where he might end up, but he was comfortable with the idea that by signing off on this, that it meant that he would be able to sell his house if he wanted to or go forward. And it also, and I'm paraphrasing, put him in a position for a clean slate so he could move forward on other projects he was interested in, like a fence, etc., and doing some yard work.
Yeah. And at our last meeting, we had said we wouldn't visit it because he had left a message saying he wasn't ready.
No.
And then the day after our meeting, before our site walk, he called and he didn't understand what a certificate of compliance was. He thought it was something he had to sign off on. And I explained it was not. And so he was like, he's fine. He didn't think he was going to get any further with the developer anyways on his concerns. So
Okay.
we then visited it.
So,
And there you have it.
all right. So, based on our site walk and the application, I would accept a motion to issue the certificate of compliance for DEP file number 100-026845 Partridge Run.
So moved.
Second.
All right, so this is the request.
And underneath is
Yeah, there it is. Press take your time. We're not pretending you bought it yourself, right? Yes, sir. And I'll put this all back together when we're done. Thank you. All right.
just so you know, I do have a few other office updates that aren't on here.
Are you kidding me?
Becky
So you
always
don't give us
did.
credit for the other one, and then you add stuff at the end? Unbelievable. Okay, so that's 45. The second one was 272 Partridge. Help me remember that one.
272 Old
That was the
Farm.
natural.
Oh, Old
one.
Farm, I'm sorry, I combined
That
the
was
two.
the natural
Mr.
berm.
Pezza.
Yeah,
We met with him in the backyard.
the minimalist natural berm with the rhododendrons.
Oh,
There were 2 rows of erosion control. Yeah.
Yeah.
so he was going to think about it.
No,
Yeah.
he said he reiterated multiple times that he was fine with
He
going
didn't want to
forward.
ask his wife?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some people live on the edge.
I was just going to say. Well, then in that case, I would accept a motion to issue the certificate of compliance, and hopefully our applicant will survive it, for DEP file number 100-0349.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second. I think.
All in favor, say
I'm
aye.
sending-
Aye.
I'm
Aye.
sending
Aye.
these to you, right?
That's
For
right.
recording.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Excellent.
I thought I said, I think I did this. I went, aye, Steve, I'm sending them to you. So we'll
I
say-
am sending. I guess I saw
I'm
it.
sending
Yeah,
them to you.
that was what threw me.
Yeah.
He was a very nice man. It's just, you know. Thank you, sir. Okay, so the last one is 120 Littleton Road, which of course is the house that we visited first, up on the main road. Thank you. Excellent. All right, I had no issues with this one at all. I would be, I don't think any of us did. I would accept a motion to issue the certificate of compliance for 100-0271.
So moved.
Second with the discussion, or with the question.
Absolutely.
So, was this one that had an issue or issues that needed to be?
No,
This is a brand new request just past month.
Gotcha.
it was the house, it's the, so if you are coming past Hemlock, it's on, if Hemlock is on your right, as you come up to it, you have the house on the corner that had the culvert under the driveway,
Mhm.
and then just behind that is the house, and that's what the certificate of compliance is for.
Okay.
Everything was in order when we were there, and were the hay bales pulled up?
No. No,
Okay.
because we had just requested the certificate.
Okay, so we still need the hay bales removed.
Yes, among the three of these, Mr. Mancini's is the only one that has had the hay bales removed, and the other two need to have them removed.
Correct. Yeah. So, all in favor say aye.
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 So I actually shouldn't send 272 or Littleton Road out to you until we confirm that.
Right, so the only one that would be on lot 35,
Yeah.
Mr. Mancini's would be okay.
Well, based on the way that the grass had taken, there's no reason not to take the hay bales up at 120 Littleton Road, so that's not a problem.
Do you know if there's been any progress in removing?
Yes, I can give you a report on that. There has been a falling out between the developer, Crabtree Development, and the site contractor, Powell Construction. As we anticipated, I spoke at length with Rick Roper this afternoon because I had not been getting any replies back from Lori Laughlin at Powell. And evidently what Crabtree and Powell had agreed to was a parting of ways, but that Powell would still be responsible for completing the lots they had begun.
Which makes sense.
Well, Powell abruptly removed all their equipment from the project, and so they had to have another powwow, and evidently Powell is on the way back now and starting to bring equipment back. So hopefully this work will get done fairly soon.
Oh, Lori.
And Rick Roper is actively interviewing other contractors for the remaining work. Right now, the construction is in phase 5, the house lot's in phase 5. All the lots that are under construction right now will continue to be Powell's responsibility. Any new lots that open up will be with a new site contractor. Fortunately, Daisheng Wang is still doing his inspections. In fact, he sent an inspection report by email today,
Excellent.
which includes reports on the last 2 rainfalls we had this past week.
To them?
Very efficient, Jess.
Yeah, that's right. The letter I saw in here was from Willows.
And I can also update you. I spoke with Yvonne Dean in Attorney Phil Aldiopoulos' office today, and they had not had any further luck in getting any more signed affidavits.
Not strange. End of Hay Meadow Lane requires cleaning of sediment. Which one is Hay Meadow?
Hay Meadow is, you go into Fox Run off of Snake Hill Road.
Mhm.
Hay Meadow is your first right.
Okay.
The
Isn't that where it now is starting to continue?
It's starting to
there?
continue up. So that's where
Where's
he's
that?
talking, I believe, is the
Yeah.
intersection of Old Farm Way and Hay Meadow.
Yeah.
That's where that resident was complaining about.
Right.
Right. Where he had strong words.
Yes.
Yes.
He does do very Very pretty reports.
And they're cumulative reports. He provides you the information from his previous reports and updates it.
Yeah. Looks like everything is going well. How much rain did we get in that last?
He has a rainfall report in there. I believe we had an inch on one storm and maybe 3/4 of an inch on another storm.
Hmm. My rain gauge measured 3.5 inches.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
solid.
He lists what he's using for his source.
Yeah.
There is a locally operated weather station here in Ayer that he's using.
I should probably check mine because I didn't pay any attention to it because it hadn't rained in so long. All right. Well, that all seems like it's in order anyway. That's clear. So he has the lot number, construction needs, and then like erosion potential for 47, it says high, stabilized with grass. So how does it make sense that if it's stabilized with grass, it has high erosion potential?
He probably considers it to have high erosion potential because of the slope of the property.
Okay. Because see, it's odd because then you come down to lot 53 and it says it has a low potential, but it's been seeded.
That could be a level lot.
I guess. Just seems different. Oh, interesting. That's Kenneth and Carol Schweffler's.
What?
Oh, this says closing sale.
I don't know that he's got the most current sale information.
I'm
in
gonna
there.
guess he doesn't.
Yeah, they've had 2 closings
Yeah.
within the last week.
Yeah, actually, if they're building a shed, I suspect they're not moving.
Some people do those things for fun.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other discussion items?
Those are all the updates I have unless you have any more questions on Fingry.
Do we want to have his new site contractor come in for a meeting when he's on board?
You know what would probably be great is to have that site contractor meet out on the site with our administrator. And I'm less inclined to drag them in on a Thursday night and more inclined to be on the property and say, these are the places we had issues. And as you can see with the hill here, this is one of the places that we'd like you to be particularly careful. I feel I agree with your point to meet with them. I just feel like an on-site visit might be more effective. So, yes. So,
And as I indicated, I believe at the site walk, there are 3 other lots that are wrapping up for which we'll be submitting requests for certificates of compliance. So maybe there's an opportunity for the commission to have a site walk and we can schedule all of that together.
sure, that's perfect.
Might I take the liberty of asking Mr. Anuda, did you want to do anything on the certificate of compliance for your lot?
We're working with an attorney at this point.
Okay.
All right, so we'll wait to hear from you on the final certificates. Wait to hear from you also. I would ask in a measure of good faith if you could just let us know when the new site contractor is on board. Nothing special, just a quick email. Just so, and I'm sure Mr. Rope will understand, the idea is that just so we have an understanding of when new vehicles, new equipment, and my greater concern would be this, because there'd be Powell sites and the new guy sites, and it would be crucial that everyone understood that at the end of the day, the developer would of course be responsible for that potential mashup.
We're going to need new updated contact information.
Oh, yeah, Steve's.
And
I think
Duchesne's.
that's, and Duchesne's, yes, exactly. I think that's all we have. Did you have anything that you wanted to bring to us?
That's it for this evening.
Well, thank you for swinging by.
Thank you very much.
All
You'll
right.
get out of here at a reasonable hour, hopefully.
No. Well, we've already We've already covered our administrative vacancy, so we can cross that off. That's all the office updates.
Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. You too.
The Willows, did you all see the,
It's not on here.
I know.
So
Becky didn't put everything on that was not the same.
Becky only kept off the stuff she didn't want to talk about until we were in.
Oh, yeah. I think I did put the email.
She was sneaky that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Joe Bellino wrote to Duchesne about a 519 visit that was postponed. Here we go. Regarding the appeal of the amended order, location of 3 Smyrna Planters, RFA, yes, Pruis moves to Peggy Mitigation, received, cannot approve a request for amendment to the order of conditions. DEP recommends that the proponent withdraw the request for amendment and file a new NOI for the proposed work, meet the performance standards for work in RFA. Another option would be to build the units in the location where they were shown on the plan referenced above. No action from DEP would be required. As a result, we no need to conduct a site visit on June 4th, hereby canceled. Well, that's a pretty big swing.
So, do we have to rescind our,
According to this, we don't have to do anything.
we don't have to do anything? Okay.
He has effectively dissolved the request for amendment.
Well, he's recommending that it be done.
I don't know, is he recommending?
But what happens given we already reissued it?
He says they cannot approve the request for amendment.
Okay.
He is recommending that they withdraw the request for amendment and file a new NOI.
Right. There was a request to amend to us, which we approved, then it was appealed.
Right.
So I think they're saying that DEP can't approve the superseding.
Right, he's saying they will not approve the request
Right.
for that amendment. So therefore, he's recommending that they withdraw the amendment and file an NOI. Or, I'm assuming, another option would be withdraw the request for amendment and build where it was shown on the original plan.
Right.
So I guess at that point, it's interesting. I don't know that in the others, there was no request for withdrawal.
Yeah, I don't remember any.
Mhm.
So that's interesting. I wonder if it's only a withdrawal because it was a request for an amendment? Like, in other words, we're not denying your order of conditions. Your order of conditions still stands for the plans referenced from November 2006.
Right.
So that still stands.
Yeah.
No change. We're not denying your order of conditions. We're just we are not approving your RFA. Okay, well that makes sense.
Right.
Right. See, order of conditions still valid, but this request for an amendment is not. Piece of cake. Okay.
So we don't need to vote or anything.
Well, no, there's nothing for us to do. In fact, in this case, Mr. Bellino seems to have put all of this on the applicant to make up their mind about what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if there's anything from our side, from a paperwork standpoint, about forcing them to withdraw the request for amendment. I don't know about that. I don't see that we have anything to do.
Not unless they ask us to do something. But the last sentence, he says to send the NOI to his attention. Does that mean it's going to be a superseding one and we don't get involved?
Why? I don't know. Maybe what he means is because he's already looked at this, he doesn't want it to go through the normal process because that would be a waste of someone's time.
Or he's assuming that go through the NOI, will issue an order of conditions, and then that will get appealed.
Yeah, maybe he's assuming that this will end up in his box anyway.
Mhm.
Might as well be part of the beginning. Okay. All right. Well, so that is all wrapped up.
Related things, we just did get in the mail the final decision on the Nashua Street Extension appeal, if you wanted to. I don't think there's anything new in
Oh.
that.
Yeah, this is the settlement agreement.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Nashua Street Extension.
Right.
Okay. So this is, again, completely separate of the town's legal action
Yeah.
regarding a right of first refusal for the purchase of a property that was under Chapter 61. Interesting. Okay. That's probably pretty quick under state standards. Was signed off back in March and is approved in May. Okay. But again, right now there's other action on the property.
Right.
Okay.
Kohler Place, again.
How many are in this pile of things that weren't on the
Oh, we
list?
actually only have 2 more. And then well, yeah. So,
And then so many.
my understanding today from Jeremy Callahan is that the closing for that will be Monday.
For Kohler Place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jeremy wanted to, it sounds like they're going to be going forward with the original plan, I think it's just 4 houses.
Okay.
And
The developer is.
yeah, the new developer. And
Thank you.
if there's
And
any-
this sounds like a real setup.
Oh, no,
and
no. No, I had asked last time if we needed to communicate with Ed Cornelia or the Callahan Family Trust about notifying us of the sale, and we all said, it was on the buyer. But I looked at our order of conditions, and special condition number 22 says within 10 days of the closing, we need to be notified in writing by the seller of the new ownership, the name and have the affidavit provided that is signed, notarized, and all that, showing that the new owner understands or has received the order of conditions.
Okay.
So I was thinking, with your permission, I would maybe drop an email to Ed Cornelia and just remind him of that, and then maybe once we know the new owner, we could invite, or point out to them that, they'll need to have their erosion controls inspected, and
Well, so do we have any idea who the new owner is?
not fully exactly. Alfred, I think it's AJ, but
He
But
does.
anyway,
This is to
there-
Alfred Bergen.
yeah, there's Jeremy seemed to think that they were going to want to get moving pretty quickly. So,
Doesn't make sense to own stuff you don't fix.
That comes with, what was the final status or disposition of the open space portions of that?
wasn't that conservation restriction?
That's what I thought.
I do have the file with me.
So conservation restriction, was it, was there also a conservation management plan from Natural Heritage, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you want to see?
Sure.
Well, just speaking of the notification of,
10 o'clock.
of, of a sale, and that would, they would have to be notified as well. So if you're reminding them,
Yeah.
reminding Ed to make sure he notifies everybody, that would be one that you should be reminded of.
And also, they should notify Natural Heritage.
Yeah, only if there's a conservation management plan.
Thank you. Here, pass me the drawings. I'll follow up the other way. I think they're in that. Thank you.
And actually, my neighbor Chris seemed to think the company that I think just got the contract to do maybe in line to get the contract to put the road in. and maybe do the building is a company that used to be Ranger Development.
Really?
Chris was not thrilled with that, but
And not just because he used to work for Macomb?
right. So it just might be good when we get a new conservation administrator to have that on one of our sort of watch lists for given proximity to the pond.
So Crowley lost, correct?
Right.
And it wasn't Crowley, it was Cowley.
Cowley.
Written Crowley on here. I assume just to irritate him. You know, interestingly, I seem to recall that the nice folks who eventually built the Ranger Development Sandy Pond 3 project still owe us a
CR.
CR for that property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a conservation and management plan associated with this.
Okay. So there's nothing on here. There's nothing on here beyond the plan layout for the houses, etc. There's nothing on here about what happens with the rest of the property. The lots are marked out on what is clearly a large parcel. The lots are marked out, and then there's an AT&T easement that goes through for their fiber. Right through the wetland and the stream, naturally. That's about it. Really nothing on here as far as any other protections, so.
I do keep hearing little rustlings that DPW is still interested in trying to do a sewer connection from the end of Wright Road over to Sandy Pond Road.
Through the water?
Yeah. That's still apparently a dream. So,
Thank you. Well, not a good one.
no.
Okay, so Kohler Place closing.
Yeah.
And we also talked about Willow Road. RFA denied. Okay, what
John,
else is in your happy pile?
John Canny called today just as...
John Candy's dead.
John Canny.
Oh, Canny.
Canny. Yeah, he called looking for Becky because he's now ready to finally do the work on his gardens and taking up stumps along Sandy Pond on his
Oh,
property.
excellent.
So we issued a determination of applicability on that back in, or negative determination back in
Thank you.
2010.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago.
Yeah, did those ever,
They expire after 3 years.
they expire after 3 years? Okay, so he really,
Well,
Would they be subject to the automatic?
yeah,
Oh.
issued in 2010,
yeah, in November 2010.
so would have been extended. So no, it's
So
he's fine.
next year,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
2016.
Depending on how you interpret the Permit Extension Act. Yeah, I think it missed the first one,
Mhm.
but was within the second one. So if you consider that
Yeah, the second one was 2008 to 2012.
No, well, the first one was 2008 to 2010, and
Okay.
any permit in existence during that time
Right.
was extended for 2 years, and then the second one was 2010.
10 to
But it was like in August or October,
August 15th,
something like that. Was granted,
yeah.
depending on who you ask, either a 2-year or a 4-year extension.
How is that not clear? Help me
So
understand that. How is that not clear?
So if
What's
it was a
that?
But
2-year...
seriously, how would that not be clear? Wasn't that an act of the state legislature?
It was.
So wouldn't it be explicit? Am I asking too much?
Yes.
I see.
So if he does the work before November
He's all set,
of this year, he's all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
or ostensibly 2 years from now.
Or
But yes,
ostensibly,
Right.
okay. So, he's good.
excellent.
And anything else? I talked to Christine Lagus-Wood and passed on the bad news,
Passed on the accurate news.
accurate news. 1 Barnum Road, I mentioned that somebody,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you said, yeah, that's what was supposed to be there.
right, and it just occurred to me, his order of conditions expires next year. Should we maybe send him a reminder that he might want to close out the order and,
We have a whole lot of orders like that.
yeah, so leave it alone.
I would only say leave it alone in that for 7 years, I tried to get Becky to do a spreadsheet,
Yeah,
but she was less than interested to do.
Yeah.
I don't, she just didn't like the spreadsheet, or she didn't want to go confront all the people. I don't know. So maybe we'll make that a contingency of Michelle's employment then.
do a spreadsheet. Right. Okay, then the only other thing would be our June 25th meeting. At the moment, all I have on it is discussing the geosyntech report and Lily Wilson.
Seems like a big night.
Any interest in inviting the Pond and Dam Committee? I did forward the report on to them.
Oh, we certainly could. Sure.
Oh, okay. And, okay, that is it for me. The only other thing, I guess, would be Lee's email.
Well, so I reread Lee's email, and Lee's email isn't a definitive.
No,
So-
but I think she's heading there. She'd like to be an associate member.
Well, I think probably the best thing to do is to continue the discussion with her in a private setting and ask her if she has any other
Okay.
thoughts.
Okay.
All right, you've submitted this to this from Geosyntech to us, and this is the draft proposal for our review.
Yeah, they still owe us the vegetation management thingy.
Portion.
Yeah, the vegetation assessment and management plan, but this is,
The
so he
other
said they had,
24.321% of the contract.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was 24.331%.
Sorry, my bad.
That kills me.
Yeah, so he hit his email from Wednesday, asked if we could call him, I could call him to discuss the review and meeting schedule. And I had indicated in my email to him of June 2nd that we wanted to discuss it privately at our June 25th.
No, we just want to go over it ourselves and
Right, and then have him come in hopefully to our July 9th meeting. So he did not respond to that point, but
I see.
do we still want to reiterate that?
Well, it seems like the right thing to do, doesn't it? To go over it on our own and come up with our own thoughts and ideas and then take that to him. I mean, I'm hoping that, we'll all have a chance to read it outside, but it doesn't always happen. Interesting. A hydrodynamic separator is a stormwater management technology that treats stormwater primarily by using gravity to remove particles. Makes you wonder if every time we have a detention basin, that it's a hydrodynamic separator. Okay, well, I'm super interested to go through this after.
So I will reiterate that time schedule. to-
We are thrilled to see him on the 9th.
Yes. Um,
Updates?
Those are
Any-
my updates.
That's the office
Okay.
update. Do you have
Committee.
any CPC updates?
CPC met last week. We paid bills. We discussed policies and procedures. Nothing exciting.
Some would argue, but okay.
Well, you've got me. The Open Space and Recreation Plan also met recently. Did not have a quorum,
I don't know.
so discussed things informally. In a very general sense. So, hopefully a meeting next week. That would be a formal meeting.
Excellent. We're missing stormwater and ponds and dam. Greenway.
Not a thing.
Excellent. All right. Jess, do you have any member concerns?
Nope.
So I went by that house that Saturday
Oh.
about the soil over there. I didn't get a chance to text you back. And everything is entirely on his side of the hump of the road.
Okay.
No, it was a valid
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I mean, I did point out to him that there were a couple of trees he hadn't cut down. You could probably take a shot at him, but other than that, I think he was in the right direction. All I really needed to do was smack into him with that machine, and I'll die in a couple of years anyway.
Yeah.
Any updates from you, sir?
No.
Takashi?
Nope.
All right. Any citizen concerns, Mr. Nuno? Then I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.